Your personal peace, your ability to get to work, do the job that needs to be done without losing your ever-loving mind, has a lot to do with the decisions you make. There are ways to protect your peace when you're at the office, especially when you've realized that this is your last job, that there is an expiration date. You may not have picked that date yet, but there's an expiration date, and there definitely is a limited quantity of what's left of your tolerance for drama, office politics, BS, the never ending flow of additional things they want you to pick up and do because you've proven you're capable. But now, are you willing? So let's talk about some of the ways you can protect your peace, because if you've been watching these videos and you keep coming back, you know that retirement fat lady is starting to warm up in your life. The next chapter is calling, and you need to stick with this job and keep using it for the tool that it is just a little bit longer. So the very first thing that you need to do, and this is entirely on you, and it's going to be a mindset shift. Yeah, there's the touchy-feely word mindset for a lot of us, is you got to stop trying to fix everybody else's problems. Yes, in the beginning, that was sort of our big calling card, our superpower. We could see clearly the way through a challenging situation to get to success on the other side. This is, for many of us, a foundational skill that we've built our entire career on. We are the fix-it people. Well, did they pay you extra for that skill, or did they just keep coming to you using it? My mother used to say there's a difference between being used and being abused. And I don't mind being used for the skills I bring to the table, these innate superpowers that I bring to any organization, but I refuse to be abused. So if you value these skill sets, pay me for them. And if my current salary does not reflect the fact that I have this power and other people do not, and you don't want to have to outsource this, then by you assuming I'm going to keep giving it away for free, that to me borders on abuse. So for you, and I'm talking to you, not for me, but you know, many of these videos are me talking to me. We've got to stop solving everybody's problems for several reasons. One, there's not a lot of energy left in us to spread it that thinly. We've got to conserve what we've got to focus on our master plan, our maniacal getting out of here, this is what I need this job to do as a tool plan. So quit solving everybody else's problems. Ask yourself, when you identify something needs to be done, and normally you would just pick it up and get it done because it could give the team a black eye. Now, I don't want to say guilty of that, but I have definitely been the poster girl for, oh, this could be a really bad black eye. I can't believe we forgot to create a procedure for this or include this in the last draft or whatever. And I just pick it up and run with it. Make sure that my boss and my team get the credit, because there's no I in team, but there is in Jennifer. And even though I go by Jenny, and it's with a Y, not an IE, I realize that if it is not my personal responsibility, if that is not part of the overall job they hired me to do, it just happens to be value added that I've brought to the game, I'm taking a pass on it. I will bring it up to the powers that be that it is a gap that needs to be closed, especially if it's something that could cause bodily harm or danger out in the field. But at the end of the day, not my responsibility to fix it. So I'm not fixing their problems, and I'm not just solving it because I've got the skill sets and I've seen it first. If it's a safety hazard, obviously there's protocols for that, but I'm talking about just something that was left out of a process or a procedure that nobody's going to get harmed for, but it definitely is something that needs to be addressed. This next one, I have never been a fan of office drama in office politics, and God forbid, office gossip. We've seen it in every job that we've had. There are always those people who just love to wag their tongues at every last thing that they see and really in their mind invent. So when I start a new job, I don't want you to tell me anything about anybody I work with. I want to make up my own mind as I get to know them. But I make it very clear to my coworkers, and this has definitely drawn their dissatisfaction, their ire toward me. I don't participate. If they've got a feeding frenzy happening in the office because of the latest decision of the boss or a restriction on how many people can take PTO on the same day, and they're just getting themselves worked up into a lather, I just keep working. I don't participate. Now they try to draw me in. They do. They also approach me now in a different conversational tone, like, hey, you're always in the know, because still waters run deep. I listen. I hear everything, but I don't pass the information on in either direction. Do I use it for myself? I try to use my powers for good, not evil. But if I have to protect myself, protect I will. But I don't participate in the office gossip. I don't encourage it. I don't offer information that could possibly be taken and run with. So I'm observing more and I'm reacting less. There's a fine line between acting and reacting. So as you are sitting quietly doing your job and you happen to notice and listen to the different conversations that are happening around you, or information that's come from the boss, whether it was directly or indirectly, and you're not sharing it, it's really hard to not stew on it. Women especially, we have this superpower. We're born with it. We have the ability to develop an entire narrative around a tiny little piece of information that's come our way, and God forbid we pass it on because we're providing it to the universe as a nugget of truth. So when you sit back and you quietly observe, keep it all to yourself. Make sure that you don't internalize it and run away with it, women. And we're going to act and not react. And by act, I mean it's not necessarily something for us to go solve or to respond to, etc. We're just simply acting as a repository for all of this information. So when the big surprise happens, if it ever actually does, you can sit back and just grab those proverbial suspenders and go, yep, I saw that coming, to yourself, because you haven't shared this with anybody. So sit back, be a quiet observer, and don't react to what's happening around you. And it takes a lot of energy to participate if you're of that mindset, or maybe historically that's what you've done, in the feeding frenzies, the gossip, rumor mills, the water cooler conversations. It takes a lot of energy to get involved in that. It takes a lot of energy to be the fix-it person, to see or to take on a problem somebody else has brought to you because they can't handle it. And, hey, can you take care of this for me? Or one of those things that we just see that we're just the janitor for because somebody's got to take care of it, and goodness knows some of these young pups don't know how to do it. It's going to take you twice as long as it would to just do it, to explain it to them, and then to hold their hands. My mentoring in my training days, that window's closing as well. I am reserving all of that energy for focusing on what I want, what I need to do to get through my days, and to live each day with the mindset that I'm already where I want to be. I'm just using this as a tool. In my mind, I'm already into my next chapter. This is just simply an income vehicle, one of my income streams, which happens to have paid for benefits, for me to continue moving down the line to my ultimate destination, which is where my home office is. My office is where I go to every morning. Your good work is enough. This is what they've paid you for. We're not overtly doing less than what we've done previously. We may be quiet quitting or working a plan so we can glide on out of here, but we're going to keep doing the job we were hired to do, the one they expect, the one that we don't want to do less of, because somebody's going to try to do it for us and they're really going to mess it up, and then they're going to look to us to fix it. So do your job, do it well, put a smile on your face, protect your energy, quit solving other people's problems. Don't engage in office gossip or office politics. Leave the drama behind and focus only on you and your master plan. All right, so this has been a Jigger Jen. Yes, some of this was edited. I will be putting the bloopers at the end. I post on Wednesdays and Saturdays on the regular, but this is just one of those special occasions where I needed to get this off my chest because I'm fixing to walk back into the office again, and I'm reminding myself to do a great job, be true to myself. Remember that mentally I am already into my next chapter. This is just simply an income stream and a tool. I'll see you soon. Stop recording. You have worked too daggum hard to be guessing at these numbers. Go and grab the workbook, the Retirement Reality Reset Kit, and get yourself the spreadsheet as well. There's a coupon down there for those of you who are going to go, and you're all going to go get this. You need to know what your number is, and I'm here to help. I have heard too many comments with, I don't know where to start. This is where you start. By the feeding frenzy. The feeding frenzy friends, shall we call them? And women especially, men, you have this trait, but we women, it's part of our DNA. We can develop a story around any little nugget